Yo, quick update. I'm out in Tennessee right now, hanging out with a friend. Well, my fiance's friend. We're staying at her apartment, spending some time out here with the kids and everything. So we're having a good time. But I just wanted to talk briefly about what I think is going on with the market, as far as like how I'm seeing everything going, the major stuff that we talk about most frequently, specifically regarding SPY for now. Actually, I'm going to back up. This parking lot in this apartment complex is terrible. But I think I just saw a better spot open up. But anyway, so SPY today, this is the first time that I alerted SPY. I mean, I always traded SPY, but alerted SPY on Twitter and was actually wrong because I've been calling for puts for the past couple of days. Didn't get the play out. The FOMC meeting had bullish price action, but to me overall SPY is looking pretty distributionary in the short term. It is the potential that you're coming back to retest the top of the recent accumulation range from when it went all the way down to like 420. Light it up, dude. And so that's pretty much SPY right now. So I'm looking for, I'm targeting like that 435-ish area maybe one more time. Hit me, baby, one more time. You could go back down to 430-ish, but overall, you're looking at trend lines, right? And I'll post about it on Twitter. So make sure you follow me there. I don't have my computer with me, so I'm not gonna like sit here and chart it out and put it out there handhold like that on YouTube today. But that's like the general direction. I wouldn't be doing anything too crazy. I do have puts that I'm holding for Friday expiration at 435 to 440 range. If they go to zero, they go to zero. I think it's sitting at like 446 right now. But I don't really trade weekly options like that unless I'm willing to lose everything. So, always keep that in the back of your mind whenever I'm talking about these sorts of things, is that, like you got to manage your own risk, That's why I don't talk about strikes or anything. Because I want people to be looking at it from okay, what is the bearish observation? What is the bullish observation? And then come to their own conclusions and I'll say, hey, look, this is what I'm doing, direction-wise, but at the end of the day, it's on you to try and take what I've given and apply your own concepts, as well as everybody else on FinTwit or YouTube or whatever. Like, I am not perfect, right? So don't just follow what I say. Don't just blindly buy, like, full port your, Dave tweeted SPY puts, full port puts, right? Like, don't do that. Anyway, aside from that, AMC, ironically, continues its rampage since, I'm just saying, I'm not saying I am totally responsible, but I might be, since we did the thing and we got that all started, it's only been up since then, guys. So just saying. No, but for real, we bounced off of that upward trend that we talked about. Probably now it's been like 2 weeks. I don't know. I've been messing up on the YouTube thing. But that trend that we established after we bounced out of like that $13 to $14 region, we bounced up, we slammed back down, but we established that uptrend. Since then, we rocketed right off of that trend line, right? And to me, it looks like short-term accumulation. And right now, you're in a backup LPS phase, validated by really, reaccumulation looking moves up here, right? So for me, my bias is upside. It's performing strongly against the market, which is a key indicator, from a Wyckoff standpoint at least. And from a pattern standpoint, you're not really like sending off any truly bearish signals. The volume is there on the continued moves up, which is what you're looking for the continuation. You're not seeing like volume just get sucked out of the thing as it makes higher highs, right? So to me, overall, it looks good. Just like broadly painting with, like not the chart in front of you right now as I'm describing it, but you get the idea. Guys, please, like I see people, they're like, how do you do this on Webull, blah, blah. Look, this is not me shilling or anything, like whatever. But for real, go download TradingView. Completely free to use. And it is just so user-friendly on mobile, user-friendly on desktop. The charts transition over, and you can sit there and see what I'm doing and actually do it yourself. And look, I've tried to use Webull charts before. Personally, look, I've been using TradingView since 2017, so maybe it's just, you know, old dog new tricks thing. But I mean, for me, TradingView is just a much better experience, you know. And I mean, you can keep using Webull if you want. But to me, I feel like it just isn't as beneficial. If you're looking for, especially macro charting, you know, to me, it's just a superior product in my opinion. But that's pretty much that. What is there anything else that I want to talk about? No, I mean, that's pretty much it. I appreciate everybody with the support. I feel like mostly since I've been kind of going into other plays and stuff like that, I'm noticing the community is a little bit more supportive over here. And really I'm getting away from, you know, it's not so much about like narratives and stuff like that as much as it is about, hey, let's look at this from a balanced perspective and try and look at something that we don't have so much emotion tied to, like SPY, right? Like nobody really cares about SPY day to day. So when you talk about options to either side of it, it becomes more interesting and a more engaging experience for us to all work together and at least, you know, give you some different perspective, you know, because a lot of times, if you were following me a couple days ago, whenever SPY bounced off of like 435, I signaled on Twitter and said, hey, I'm buying calls. And I mean, it was knifing through 436, which has been like a super key level lately. And literally the replies were hilarious. And not like dissing or anything. I'm just saying, like, it was crazy to see because everybody was like, I'm not even gonna get the other spot, whatever. It was crazy to see because everybody was like, dude, Russia is like about to invade. Like, I don't know what the news was. I don't pay attention to the news so much whenever I'm just looking at the chart, right? I just saw a knife right through that 436, and I knew that was such a key level that I was like, or at least it was knifing really hard getting down there, and it started to settle, and then it just like shredded right through it, and I was like, nah, this isn't real, dude. So I was like, you know, it's gonna bounce. So I bought calls, and people were like, dude, that Putin just announced they're gonna invade, you know, whatever. I don't know what was going on, but I was like, I don't, you know, well, I didn't say this, but I was just thinking, like, I don't care, you know, the technicals are the play. The sellers looked exhausted. This is the price pressure to the downside was way too strong for the amount of volume that you had there, and for me, you know, I'm willing to take that risk. Again, I'm not taking a ton of risk in these, right? I'm managing my risk. I'm willing to lose a certain percentage, or maybe even YOLO, not in that case, but you got to manage your risk. But a lot of times, if you're on the opposite side of Twitter sentiment, you know, general Twitter sentiment, you probably could end up in a pretty good spot, you know? I'm not saying that that's 100% because nothing is 100%, right? But generally speaking, you know, and I tweeted about this, the purpose of the price action in the chart is to absorb, it's totally just big institutional money signaling to each other, you know, like playing institutional trading games in order to absorb liquidity from retail. That is what is happening on a day-to-day basis in the market, right? And so whatever retail, their like dominant feelings, especially in short term, are usually are going to be like, that overwhelming sentiment is the one that's going to get flipped on its head, right? I mean, obviously they theta you to death and stuff like that, so you got to be careful with trying to time it. And that's why, you know, 0 DTE is a little bit tougher because they just chew you up with theta, but that's like the general sentiment. Just think of things that way. But anyway, I'm gonna walk in here, hang out with the kids, everything like that. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'm gonna be back. I'm traveling back to New Orleans tomorrow, so hopefully technical videos soon. Peace.